Housing costs are at their lowest level since 2015. Don't believe me? Check this out. Watch this, man. But check this out. It's from Twitter. My man Kevin Drum is a big lib, and sometimes, well, a lot of times I take issue with Kevin. He had a post the other day that he should adjust because it's very misleading, but and he's getting flamed on that. But he's been one of the guys on the left that I trust, I follow, and I didn't realize it's on Twitter, and so I just started following him. But he posted this the other day, which was very interesting. I was looking at it, I said, what am I missing here? Median new home prices adjusted for inflation. We're going to go back to 2015. You can see about 390. Fast forward to the end of 2024, about 400. This is adjusted for inflation, amigos. Adjusted for inflation. What you're going to see is we had a huge tumble from about 490 in 2023 to 400. I mean, that's a 20% decline at the top of the peak there to where we are now. Very interesting. And I said interesting. I said, here's the median new home price using 2015 as using 2015 as our index. You can see our median sales price, median sales price for new houses. You can see 100 to about 140. So we've gone up by 40% as a median price, but that's not adjusted for inflation. Isn't that interesting? Median sales price for all houses sold right here. From 2015, 100 to 2024, end of 23 at 145 or so. So it's gone up 45%. Again, that's not adjusted for inflation. It's just nominal numbers. It went from 100 to 145. So a lot of people say, yeah, but that's too much. Okay, well, check this out. Then I'm going to show you this right here. Real median household income in the U.S., the real, that means adjusted for inflation. Right here, 71,000 in 2015, and now it's at 80,000. Real means adjusted for inflation. So the household income has gone up $9,000 from 2015 to 2024. And yet the price of a house has only gone up from 390 to 400. That's it. Again, both adjusted for inflation, but it gets even better. Because you could easily say, as some people do, yeah, but this is median income. It's just the rich and all that stuff. And blah, 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 blah. Median just means half have more, half has less. So it's not just the rich, but you could say it's there are a lot more retirees and whatnot. And that's skewing the income for poor people who are the ones trying to buy a house. You could easily say, look, this is going to skew it for the people ages 55 and up like me who is already in their house. But for the poor people who are just starting out, that's not. That's unrealistic because they're the ones struggling to buy a house. I said, okay, well, let's look at this. Is that true then? So we're going to show you something here, and I'm going to show you this right here. This is Survey Consumer Finances. We go back to 2015. This is the age group 35 to 44. Their incomes have gone up. This is in 2022 dollars. Their incomes have grown from 2022 in terms of real. This is just at the end of 22, not even 2024. Their incomes have gone up, and so hasn't the incomes of the people under 35, who are the people who are looking to buy a house. So these people who are looking to buy a house under the 44-year-old age groups have seen their incomes, their real incomes, go up. And yet again, going back to what the guy posted originally, the real, right here, the real home price, and again, real means adjusted for inflation, has basically been flat since 2015. So the incomes are now up significantly, and the housing price, the real housing price, the real income adjusted for inflation is up significantly, and the housing prices are just not. Now, I tell you, I've said a million times on Sunday, I think one of the best things you can do is buy a house. But their prices are too high. They're just not relative to your income, not relative to 2015. We're at a good place relative to 2015. You can make an argument to the rates are too high, the interest rates are too high. Well, welcome to the club, man. I mean, my first mortgage was a 7%. I mean, that's just what it was, man. But if you look at history, you can see, I don't know if I have it up here anymore. I don't think, I don't. But you just look at the price of housing. We've had a couple of instances where the housing prices have flattened and gone down a little bit. You know, obviously 2006 to 2010, 2017 to 2020, and a couple of dips in there. But other than that, the housing prices have just gone up each and every year. And the reason for that is simple. Supply versus demand. You just have more demand than supply. You just do, man. That's just a fact. There's more people who want to buy a house and live in a house than the supply of houses available. It's just a fact. Now, you can make an argument. Some places like, I've been saying this for years, and I've been proven incorrect at this point. I will be correct at some point, like rural Maine, where a lot of people have their lake houses and second homes and stuff, people from Massachusetts and whatnot, New York City. At some point, there's going to be too many supply because those people are going to get old. They're going to die off. Their kids live in Colorado. They don't want those houses. They're going to sell them off. And there's just not enough young people who can afford those places. Just not. So at some point, there's going to be a massive, not massive, but there'll be a supply glut and a demand, none of demand, because there's just not enough people with the income to be able to afford those houses who live in Maine. They just don't. Now, there might be a lot of people who can buy those houses, like me in Georgia, say, I got some disposable income. Generally speaking, I doubt it, though. I think there's going to be a big shift in the prices of vacation homes across the country, frankly. Simply because the baby boomers are getting too old, they're going to die off. And they're the ones who have the money, and they're the ones who have those little vacation houses. And a lot of these people are in places that really no one lives full time. And how many people are going to be able to come up underneath them and buy them? I mean, there's not that many people in my generation who have the money to pay for those kind of houses. Some do, but not relative to the amount of vacation homes that are out there. So that'd be a supply glut. You have too much supply and not enough demand. I can see the prices on those falling like crazy. But down here in Charlotte, North Carolina, I'm in Atlanta, Dallas, Texas, hell, Birmingham, Alabama, Tampa, Virginia Beach in the South, Phoenix, what I'm saying? Phoenix, well, maybe. This is where the energy is for the United States, dude. It's in the South, and that's up Memphis, Nashville. I mean, it's crazy out here. And there's just not enough housing being built. It's just not relative to people coming in. And as such, it's hard to imagine the prices of houses leveling off, if not dropping anytime soon. It could. It's just hard to see. So again, we might be in one of those tiny, time frames where it happens every now and again where the prices drop, but it doesn't happen often. And then what usually happens is it just starts going back up again because of supply versus demand. So I would not wait on buying a house. Again, my first house was 7% interest rate. I guarantee many people on this channel say I had to pay 13% interest rate. I was only making $10 an hour or something like that. Guaranteed. But the prices of houses were cheaper. Yeah, they were. Relative to inflation, though, you're getting a better deal now on your house than you were for the last 10 years. Just fact, dude. Now, again, that doesn't mean they're affordable. I'm not saying they're affordable. I'm just saying that is true relative to the median income and the median house in real terms, adjusted for inflation. They are cheaper now than they've been in 10 years. Hate to be the bearer of good news, I guess. I must be a big lip. Now, you can't sit there and say the economy sucks under Biden, and then 2 days later when Trump's inaugurated, the economy's great. You can't do like that. You got to say, hey, you got to call the shots like they are. And that's one of the things I did not like about Kevin. You shouldn't do this. So he had posted this thing right here. It's just bad post, man. He got hammered on this. Let's see if I can't find it. He got hammered on this. Let's see if he took it down. I don't think he did. Yeah, right here. Trust in mass media. Americans have not lost trust in the media. Republicans have. First of all, you can see the Democrats, they're still lower than where they were in 1998, so I didn't get that. Republicans are way lower, thankfully. But what he misses on this, and this is what I don't understand why he did this, is that this doesn't include independents. And there's going to be a guy right here. This is what independents right here. So it's just, so you can see he got 1.2 million views because he's getting just ratio like crazy. He's getting spanked on this. But even if we didn't have independents, his numbers are still wrong. Democrats have lost trust in the media too. I mean, I don't get why this right here is going up and the Republicans going down. I mean, we started at 60 in 1998 for the Democrats, and now we're at, I don't know what that is, 55 or something like that. And then we had this trend line. That doesn't make sense. I don't get why the trend line is going up when it should be flat line, if anything. But the Republicans should be way down because I don't know why. I mean, I don't even understand why in 1998, 50% of Republicans would trust the media. Thankfully, they don't do that anymore. But it's like, why even back then? But if you're going to make a mistake like that, you gotta admit it and just move on, man. He hasn't done that yet. It's just not good. Liberals have a hard time admitting they're wrong. This is fact. Don't forget to paw the like button. God bless. We'll see you.